Hi, in this video we're gonna be reviewing some problems, like some basic problems, and then we're gonna review their solution, and then you can put questions in the comment section of this video if you have any doubts. But before you look at the solution, I recommend to pause and try the problem yourself, and then we can check out the solution. So for the first one here, pause the video now if you want to try it out. Okay, so a fair coin is tossed 3 times. What's the probability of at least 2 consecutive heads? So a fair coin is tossed 3 times, and then a fair coin is like when you can get heads or tails, and there's a 1/2 probability of each. So how many total outcomes are there? There's going to be 2 to 3, 8 total. Because for the first flip, there's 2 choices, either heads or tails. Second flip, there's 2 choices. And this means multiplication, if you're used to the regular multiplication. This is more common as you get more advanced into math. And then there's 2 for the third choice, which can be heads or tails. That's 2 cubed or 8. Okay, so that's 8 total. And then so that's the total amount. We want how many ways can there be 2 consecutive heads? So it can be either H, that's 2 consecutive heads. And then in 3 flips, the tail can either go here or the tail can go in the front. So there's 2 possibilities out of 8, which gives you a 25% chance, but the answer wants it as a fraction, so you get B. Moving on. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video now if you want to go ahead and try it, but I'll tell you what it's asking about first, since it's a bit glitchy. So it says the sum of 3 numbers is 96. Sum is 96. Sum is 96. The first number is 6 times the third number, and this third number is 40 less than the second number. What is the absolute value of the difference between the first and second numbers? Okay, let's assign variables, since that's a good way to do this. So, the thing we could do first is that we have the first number here. We can call it the first number, and then the second number here, and the third number here. Okay, let's call the third number C. And then, I'll use a different color. We're told that the first number is 6 times the third number, and then the third number is 40 less than the second number. So the second number should be 40 more than the third number. Okay, so the sum is 96. So, setting this up into an equation, we could just do this equals 96, go down, and then, so you combine the common terms, so you get 8C plus 40 equals to 96. So then subtract 40 on both sides, you get 8C equals 56, and C equals to 7. But that's not your answer. So now you got C equals 7, put that up here. I'm not going to box this, it's not our answer yet. So what is the absolute value of the difference between the first and second number? So if C is 7, the first number is going to be 42, and then the second number is just going to be 47. Because when you plug in C to the first term, 6 times 7 is 42, and C is 7 plus 40, so 47. What is the absolute value of the difference between the first and second numbers? So just do 47 minus 42, take the absolute value, which is the positive version. And if you did it this way, that would be negative 5 absolute value, and then that would just be 5 since you take the positive value. Okay, next problem. Okay, so if x plus 2y and 5x plus 4y equals negative 4, what is the value of 8x plus 10y? So this, we use something called systems of equations, and then we could just use like our basic solving skills to we could just do substitution to help us solve this one, since that's like an easy approach. So using the first equation, you can solve for x, and then get x is 9 minus 2y. And then the second equation, 5 times x plus 4y. I'll show you why I leave this blank in one sec. Equals negative 4. Okay, so we can write x as x equals 9 minus 2y, since everything will be one variable and we can solve for it to y. And then we can start distributing using distributive property. So then this would be 45 because 5 times 9, and then you have to distribute to this one. So minus 10y plus 4y equals negative 4. And then negative 10y plus 4y would be negative 6y. And then so we still have a 45 equals to negative 4. If we get the 6y on the other side, it would be 6y minus 4 equals 45. And then you would get that 6y is equal to 49. So y is equal to 49 over 6. And then that's our system of equation. And then I'm just going to do this extra step, which is to check your equation. So if I have x equals, oh yeah, we need to solve for x anyways. So if x is 9 minus 2y, it'd be 9 minus 49 over 3. So then 9 can be written as 27 over 3 minus 49 over 3. And then they have common denominator. So that will just be negative 22 over 3. And then we have, this is x. So this is x. And this is y. So a recap of what we did is that we did x equals 9 minus 2y, substituted that into this equation, added 4y equals negative 4, distributed, so 45 minus 10y plus 4y equals negative 4. 45 minus 6y as here, equals negative 4, so 6y minus 4 is 45, then you add 4 on both sides, divide by 6, plug it in here, and this is what you get. Okay, we're not done though. Always reread the question after you're done to make sure what you want. So 8x plus 10y, so if you want 8x plus 10y you could just do 22 over 3 times 8 plus 49 over 6 times 10. And then we could cancel this out and make a 3, and well, this would be a 5. Or we could just keep it like this. So then if we do the, if we start dividing stuff out, you should get that 40, this would be 490 over 6. And then, because you can just add the 10, and if we do 22 times 8, you would, with long division, you just add the 1 here, and then that would just be 17. So, yeah, that would be 176 minus 1, and then we need a common denominator. So we do 176 times 2, which is basically, let me just do it. So then 2 times 7 is 14, then add 1, 15. And then 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, so 352. So, and look at the sign, so we're subtracting it. This is going to be our answer. Okay, so, doing like subtraction, so like, if you subtract these, you're going to get, 138. And we can check that by adding these. Yep. So you get 138 eventually. So you get 138 over 6. And if we use long division, we could see that 6 goes into 13 2 times. So this would be a 12, that would be a 1. 8 comes down here, so 6 goes into 18 3 times. So your answer would just be finally 23. Okay. So that's going to be your final answer. Okay, let's move on. Okay, pause the video now if you want to try this one. Okay, so we have that. How many 4-digit positive integers, that is? Okay. Having even digits are divisible by 5. Okay, so to be divisible by 5, you have to end in 5, or 0. But notice they have to be even, so 0 will do. So it ends in 0. So if it's a 4-digit integer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. How many 4-digit positive integers? Okay. So we could have, now there's no restrictions on other digits except that it's even. 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, the first digit has 4 possibilities. 2, 4, 6, and 8, since the first digit can't be 0. The second digit has a also has 4 possibilities, because there's going to be 4 remaining. 5 possibilities, since there's 5 numbers. And then the last digit would be 5. And the reason why we're going to multiply these together, so like you have 4 choices for the first digit, like 2, 4, 6, 8. And for the 2, you're going to have 5 choices, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to have 5 for these, 5 for these, and 5 for these. That's why you do 5 times the 4 here. And with the same logic, you're going to have 20 cases, and each of those can have another 5. So you multiply it by these. So doing this, you get 100. So, yeah. we can get 100 by this. Okay, that's gonna be the end for this video almost, but we have an extra bonus question, and you can stick along if you want to do it. This has to do with counting and probability. So a box has 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Three cards are selected randomly. What is the probability that 4 is the largest value selected? So how many ways is a total? So first we gotta learn a concept called combinations and permutations. But you should, like, since this is a bonus question, I'm not gonna teach like into that depth, but we're gonna only learn combinations. So it's like n factorial over n minus r factorial has r factorial, and then permutations is n factorial over n minus r factorial. And this is permutations, this is combinations. So, yeah. So the difference is when, like, you do combinations, like, when the order doesn't matter. So an example is like when you have 8 sodas and you want to pick 3 of your favorite sodas. So you do 8 choose 3. And the formula, using the formula, you get 8 factorial over r is going to be 3 then. So this would be 5 factorial times 3 factorial. And then 8 factorial is just 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial over 5 factorial over times 3 factorial. 5 factorials cancel, and then 6 over 3 factorial is 2. Multiplying these two, you get you get 56 times 2, so 112 is your final answer. Wait, something's wrong. Oh, yeah. These 2, 6, 3 factorial is 6, so there's no extra 2. You just get 56 as your final answer. And then when you do choose, they can also be written as like, with like parentheses kind of, 8 and 3, but like no fraction or anything. It's just like this, parentheses. So that indicates choosing. Okay, so now the total number, you're choosing 5 cards. They can be 1, 3, and 4, or 3, 4, 1. There's the 6 cases of these. Well, the order doesn't matter because it's combinations. We're just choosing them anyways. But we could do order matters, but then you just have to account for the number of cases with order matters. But this is a faster approach. So there's 5 choose 3 total ways. So 5 choose 3 is 10. And then 4 is the largest value selected. So that means you can't choose 5. So out of these 4, let's say you have only these 4, and then 4 is the largest value selected. So then you have to pick 2 more, because you already picked 1. You can't pick a 4, you can't pick a 5, since 5 is bigger. So you have to do 3, and then you have to choose 3 numbers out of 2. So 3 choose 2, which is 3, and total is 10. So you get 3/10 as your final answer, which is C. Yeah, so that's all for this video today. And I hope you learned something new, or like reviewed the problems. And yeah, that's all for now. Bye.